Every message we release hits the environment and immediately dilutes. A concentrated thought disperses into a chaotic space, rarely received in its original form. This model maps an idea's journey from source to receiver. Signal degradation occurs primarily at encoding, packaging the thought, and decoding, filtering it through biases. Therefore, the feedback loop provides the only verification that the intended message matches what was understood. Effective communication relies on a deliberate strategy to protect the signal from interference at every node in this network. Before we form a complete sentence, we are already broadcasting a primitive signal through our physical presence. Our body language acts as the first channel of information. When nonverbal cues signal defensiveness, they override a positive verbal message. A colleague may hear an offer of help, but if the speaker's posture is closed, the brain registers a conflict in the data. Specific cues like crossed arms, maintaining physical distance, or avoiding eye contact trigger a subconscious distrust response. The receiver instinctively prioritizes these visual indicators of tension over the spoken word. Intentional alignment of posture, expression, and eye contact serves to validate the verbal signal. When the physical and spoken messages match, the channel becomes secure and trust is anchored. Because nonverbal behaviors are often instinctive and difficult to fake, receivers rely on them as the more honest indicator of intent. When the two signals clash, the spoken word loses its credibility. The system often fails at the receiver end due to the prevalence of passive listening, where information is heard but not fully processed. There is a significant gap between simply waiting for a turn to speak and actively decoding the specific facts and emotional states being shared by the sender. High-fidelity decoding requires specific tactical behaviors, mirroring core points, summarizing what was heard, and intentionally withholding judgment until the speaker has finished. Truly hearing a colleague lowers their physiological stress levels. This reduction in tension creates the psychological safety necessary for a team to share critical or high-stakes information. Active listening functions as a rigorous data-gathering technique, ensuring that both parties are operating from the same set of facts and intentions. Delivering critical feedback is the highest pressure event in this system. If the critique is encoded poorly, the receiver's defenses immediately lock down the communication channel. The SBI model, situation, behavior, and impact, keeps feedback focused on objective data. By defining the environment and isolating the action, it separates identity from the critique. Finally, tying the action to objective results reveals the actual outcome of their choices. The SBI model addresses the specific behavior as a shared operational challenge, allowing both parties to work toward a collaborative solution. Ultimately, the integrity of the communication network depends on the source. You must properly format the message before it ever enters the channel. This checklist, the 7 C's of communication, serves as an operational standard to ensure every message is clear, correct, and complete. Today, the focus is on conciseness, eliminating noise, and consideration, calibrating the message to fit the receiver's specific context. Selecting the right medium is part of this calibration. Emotionally complex issues require the high-fidelity channel of a direct conversation, while simple data updates should move through low-friction channels like email or chat. Successful communication is a deliberate, ongoing process. By combining active listening, aligned body language, and structured feedback, the signal remains intact from source to receiver.